According to the Chamber's Greater Memphis Music and Entertainment Industry Report, the city's music scene has contributed a whopping $2 billion to the gross domestic product. Joining us to discuss the state of Memphis music and the industry itself is the president and managing director of Made in Memphis Entertainment LLC, Tony Alexander, MIME Records president. Thanks for coming in.
Well, thank you for having me, Kanji.
Okay, this is a really big deal here. So let's talk about, first of all, you have a parent company, but you have 4U Recording, and Studio A has a magic about it. You have some incredible artists who've literally created all their breakouts there. Talk to me about that.
That's right. So 4U Recording is responsible. Well, I think we have about 35, almost 40 plaques, gold and platinum plaques from records that have been recorded there and have
Hit Kid,
Hit Kid, YC, Glorilla, NLA Choppa, CO Big 30. So many different artists have recorded in
Moneybagg Yo.
Moneybagg Yo. And so the beauty of it is for emerging artists, it's an aspirational place. It's a place where it feels like what a studio should be based on what they've seen, what they've looked at. For more established artists, it's the closest thing that they're going to experience to the LA experience in the Mid-South. And then for record labels, it's the professionalism and also the safety for their artists when they're in town.
All right, it is a gated place and you can't see who's there, but you know, all these artists making home studios, so that is that place where it's just that next level. I thought it was so interesting how your parent company created what's called an artist discovery map. How many steps did you say that it takes for an artist to just have a song that they create to going?
So we've analyzed 15 steps.
Wow.
And each of those steps has an element of one of the businesses that we operate. So we have 7 operating businesses.
Wow.
And there are 15 different touch points for our businesses. The reason we wanted to map this out so that we knew, okay, this is what an artist needs to do, and how do we provide some kind of value to the artist at each step of this journey. So at the beginning, it's just the whole inspiration phase, when they're just thinking about a song, all the way to the releasing of that song. And that journey along that way, they're going to interact with 4U Recording, which is our studio, to be able to record those works. And then they want to register those works and make sure they're protected. And that's where MIME Publishing or any publishing
You're
company
an attorney, so that helps.
Certainly.
You're baked in.
Yeah, so along that journey, there are going to be a variety of different services that would be provided to them by the ecosystem that Memphis provides.
You said ecosystem. People might not think about, okay, so we found statistics from the Chamber and it shows that there are 30,000 people in the Memphis area who benefit just from music alone, and that there are 288 businesses, and then there's a footprint that you guys have, so you can take people from Memphis to Atlanta and LA. Talk about the ecosystem that is created around music.
Okay, so generally, cities like Memphis and New Orleans and other cities that are in our Memphis Grammy chapter, St. Louis, these are cities that have lots of talent, but there's an infrastructure problem. They lack the infrastructure to be able to navigate that artist journey that we were talking about, that artist discovery map. All of those steps aren't necessarily present. And so what we've set out to do as a company is to create the infrastructure to support artists every step of that journey, and to do it in markets where there's a great ecosystem, lots of talented artists, but the infrastructure is not there. Because then if we can help provide the infrastructure, ultimately it's going to give more artists opportunities to be successful. Because you may have a number of 30,000 artists, but probably less than 500 of them are probably making a full-time living from their artistry, and that's something we'd like to change.
And what was really great to see in the Chamber report is that in the next 5 years they're anticipating a 3% growth. Can you talk about this new landscape with AI and just everything that's happening? What are your hopes, and what do you see with that number?
Well, the beautiful thing is AI is just a tool, just like Pro Tools and any other things that we've always used. Technology has always been something that we could leverage to enhance what we do. So what I'm optimistic about is our own personal moonshot is to try to develop creative-led publishing companies and creative-led labels, so that by 2027, 2028, our goal is to help establish 100 new creator-led labels and 100 new creator-led publishing companies. So if these entities are able to be developed and nurtured, it's going to create lots of jobs, because the way the ecosystem works, if you have more artists, you have more publishing companies, you have more labels, you're also going to need more attorneys, more cosmetologists, more stylists, accountants, all of the people who service them. And so growing the pie is key, but making sure that we don't lose sight of the fact that the Pareto principle works, is that 80% of this revenue is coming from 20% of the people, or 4% of the people are generating 64% of the revenue.
I know you're a big deal, so thank you for even taking time out to come and meet with us and share this interesting and amazing information. MIMEcorp.com. Thank you, Tony.
Thank you so much. It's good to be here.